Hello and welcome back. This week on IndyTV,
The Environmental Center Garden has a new structure built by engineering students.
and FLC's homecoming is this weekend.
Fort Lewis College is considering a mission statement change.
I'm Meryl Ramsey.
And I'm Gabrielle Silva.
The current mission statement of Fort Lewis College is under construction. With the Strategic Planning Steering Committee working on new revisions and many email surveys being circulated through the student body, the topic on the minds of many students these days is what is going to happen to the mission statement. And perhaps more importantly, the mentioning of liberal arts within that mission statement. Some students are opposed to the removal of liberal arts from our mission statement and fear that removing it would have a negative impact on the future of our school. Some of these students have even expressed that liberal arts education provided here is one of the main reasons that they chose to attend Fort Lewis College. Other students think that the removal of this could potentially widen the scope of students that might express interest in attending Fort Lewis College in the future, and they believe that a more generic statement could be more effective. We got a few voices from around campus to further develop on these points, including some inside information from President Dean Thomas.
The mission statement is just a statement that outlines how we're going to operate and what direction we're going to move when we make our day-to-day decisions.
Well, I think it would be a huge loss to remove the liberal arts language that we have in the mission statement, and I think it's seen by a lot of people, a lot of students, as a sort of proverbial nail in the coffin for this is the last straw. We, especially in the humanities, see a lot of money going into specific areas of hard sciences and business, and I think that's really concerning to a lot of people because the whole basis behind a liberal arts education is that you have humanities to balance the hard sciences and vice versa. And as one of the last public institutions in Colorado, I think Fort Lewis has a pretty big responsibility to try to maintain this liberal arts status.
Before we send out the more generic statement, it looks to me like from the reactions that are coming back, we need to talk about the form in which we need to put it back. And we will be.
Great.
Something of that sort, depending on the rest of it, needs to come back. Some acknowledgement of the importance of liberal learning needs to be there.
Well, with the emails that were sent out, there was a survey sent out to the student body, and I think they've had quite a few responses according to our sources here at the Indy. What do you think about it, Gabby?
Yeah, I think that a lot of students were really surprised to hear all the changes that were going to be in the new mission statement and felt that they needed to voice their concerns. So really, there was a strong response to those emails sent out.
Yeah, and as Dean Thomas said, they are considering leaving that in after hearing all of the opinions of the students and the staff and the faculty here.
Fort Lewis College's annual homecoming festivities will take place this weekend with home athletic games, Skyfest, alumni gatherings, and the celebration of Indigenous People Day. This year's homecoming theme is We Are Intense, a play on words. The theme represents the fact that we live in beautiful Colorado with an outdoor enthusiastic student body. Events will begin Friday with men's and women's soccer games, followed by the bonfire and burning of the healing wall, closing with a firework display. Saturday morning will include a homecoming brunch and pre-game tailgate. The football game starts at 12 p.m. versus Western State University at Dennison Field, and the day concludes with Skyfest. The class of 1966 will be celebrating their 50th reunion this weekend, along with many other alumni visiting campus for the events. I talked to Grace Chang from the Leadership Center to find out a little more about this year's Skyfest.
So Skyfest is the big music festival that Student Union Productions puts on, and this year we have Fortunate Youth, a reggae band, Scale the Summit, kind of a instrumental metal progressive rock band, and Laboon. They are a local band from Durango, so that's kind of what we have going on.
FLC engineering students have constructed a new garden storage building for the Environmental Center campus garden. The Sustainable House for Engagement and Discovery Project, or SHED, was the focus of the Senior Research Symposium and was taken on in order to eliminate storage and utility issues the Garden and Environmental Center were facing. The project was the most expensive senior seminar to date, with overall funding totaling upwards of $40,000.
Been dealing with is their current tool storage was rodent infested, and so for students to access that facility they were exposed to potential harmful elements like hantavirus. So they knew they had a problem with their existing tool storage, and in addition their wood chips that they use in the composting process through the student union were exposed to the elements throughout the year.
Hope with all that money they're able to really use this for what they intended it for.
Really, that's a lot of money. Hopefully it goes to really good use.
Definitely. For all your campus and community news, make sure to check out the big yellow boxes on campus for our latest print issue of The Independent.
I'm Meryl Ramsey.
And I'm Gabrielle Silva.
This is IndyTV,
And we'll see you on campus.